Good morning. Good morning. My name is Cindy, and I am on my way to school. I'm a teacher, and I live in New Hampshire. So I'm just getting ready to drive to school, and it's a beautiful day. If you like the cold, it is 18 degrees in New Hampshire, so it's pretty chilly right now. But last week it got to 7 and 9, so 18 is looking pretty good. We don't really have any wind, so it's just cold. You know, I lived in Wisconsin for a little while, and we had the wind chill, and it got really cold with that. But in New Hampshire, it's not real windy right now. So good morning. Thank you for coming. This is my morning car chat. I just wanted to share the weather with you and share a little bit of my morning drive. And I hope you're doing well. So I'm a teacher, and I'm also a mom of many children. I have 13 children, and my youngest right now is in his senior year of high school, and his birthday is on Thursday. So it's kind of a really hard time for me right now because, you know, you heard the empty nest syndrome thing. It's kind of a real thing. And I have 13 kids, so when I had the sixth one move out, I didn't really realize how I would feel about that. I thought I'd be glad that they got out of the house, to be honest with you. But I really miss them, and I just, you know, really miss my older kids. So I just wanted to, you know, come on here and talk a little bit about, you know, a mom of 13, everybody all through the years, you know, are you crazy? Why do you have so many kids? You have your hands full. I never really wrote a book about all of the comments that people say, but now we're at the end of the journey, and I'm still okay. I'm driving to school. I'm teaching. I have a whole different life in a way, and I feel like a different person because once I had kids around me all the time, now I'm in a car by myself. So it's very strange. So I am on my way to school, and this is my youngest boy's 18th birthday week. He was born on December 11th, 07. And it's kind of a long story, but yeah, so even though I have a lot of kids, you know, I still have a life after kids. I don't know how people, I guess if you only had 3 kids, you'd have an earlier start at making a life for yourself after kids. But I also do have 9 grandchildren, and I will be going to one of my grandkids' houses. I'm going to their house tonight to stay overnight to babysit. And so that's really good. They live a little ways from me though, which makes it hard for me to really visit often, but I do get there quite a bit. And then I have one grandson that lives closer to me. I'm actually going by where he lives. But for 2 years I brought him to school with me, and then this year he's doing a school near his house. Good morning. Thank you for coming to my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for the thumbs up. So I'm from New Hampshire, and we have gotten a little bit of snow. We had a pretty good day last Tuesday. We actually had a day off from school, and we had quite a bit of snow, but probably 6 to 8 inches, I would say. It's not really melting because it is still very cold. Today it's 22 degrees right now. It was 18 when I started out. So yeah, the earth is flat. Yeah, I have not done that study. I have good friends that believe the earth is, I think it's flat right where I am, but I don't know. I know. I'm conditioned to believe in the globe. So I don't know. I know we're learning a lot of things these days about history, about things that we've been taught. But one thing I will tell you is nowadays people aren't smarter. So that's what cosmology, okay. That's what drives me crazy, is we should know more these days, and people rely on devices and other things to get the answer, and they don't really care about why they got the answer. They just want to get the answer. And I think that we don't have as many, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, because I know down through history not everybody had school and everything else. But I'm a teacher. I teach math, and I believe that we need to work our brains and exercise our brains just like as if you were going to a gym. You know, you can't go be physically fit without actually moving your body. It's just something I really need to work on. But it's just like your body, you need to exercise, and so you do your brain. I was just reading an article this weekend about the fact that electronic devices are damaging children at school. You know, they have devices in their face at home, they have devices in their face at school, devices in their face wherever they go, and they are absolutely addicted to these devices. I got one in my face right now. And I think it's different for adults because we grew up without them. And so I feel like we can use them for the things we need them for. But with kids, they feel like they need them for everything. And so it's, you know, I do believe in school kids should have a paper and pencil, and they should be, you know, working their brains and exercising their brains, and have a what do you call it? Have a time where they're just thinking, you know, on their own. I remember being a kid, you know, lots of pretending and, you know, making up games and playing house and stuff like that. And I'm afraid kids just, you know, play with their devices. So anyway, I do believe that in school we should use paper and pencil, and you can yeah, it's true. We can blame the adults for the mess we're in right now. I do. We fell for it, you know. I remember my oldest daughter, when she first got her phone, we didn't realize what was, I didn't anyway. I didn't read 1984. I did not read that when I was in school. I read it during 2020. So I didn't know really what we were headed to. I was like, oh good, we have a phone in our car. Oh bad, we have a phone that we can talk to anyone, any moment of any day. Yeah, that's kind of, it is addicting. So I do a lot of things on my phone. I teach some math classes through Zoom. I use the electronics, like today I was just thinking of playing the Hallelujah Chorus for my students on the TV. So I could play the Hallelujah Chorus for them and teach them about some Christmas songs that they might not hear and sing nowadays. They just do all the pop songs on the radio, which I'm not that keen on personally. But I like the songs about the Christmas story and the Handel's Messiah and church songs, hymns, Christmas carols, stuff like that. So I'm going to play that for my students. When I was in high school, we actually went to a Messiah sing, and we would go into the building. We all went to our parts, you know, sopranos went to sopranos, and people went to their singing parts, and then we would sing together as if we were the choir. It was really awesome. They probably still do that somewhere. but I just love the Christmas songs. So we're headed to the Christmas season. I wanted to just share, personally, I'm trying to take it low-key this year, not feeling guilty if I'm not into the hustle and bustle, and so that's what I'm doing this year. So I did spend some time to do some Christmas cards last night, and I realized I know a lot of people, and I don't really want to make that many Christmas cards. I guess that's a good thing, right? You have so many friends that you have so many friends you can't afford to give them all a Christmas card. Good thing we have electronics. We can give some by electronics too. So I might make an electronic Christmas card too to send out to those far, far away. But I made up some cards for friends at school, and so that's what I'm working on. But hey, if you can't give everybody you know a gift, it's okay. You know, Santa will take up the slack. Not really, but most people understand. And you know what? Most people have so much stuff that I know my daughter Lily, she probably won't watch this video. She lives in South Carolina, and I went through her stuff because she kind of moved out, and I found things she never even opened, she never even used, and stocking stuffers. She had a stocking with still stuff in it. So it's kind of rude. Like, if it were me, I wouldn't want to leave stuff to let my mother know I didn't care about what she gave me for Christmas. But on the other hand, it goes to show that, you know, do your best at Christmas. Don't stress if you can't give everybody a gift. Make sure you just tell them that you love them and that give them a hug. That's the best gift of all, right? So thank you so much for visiting, and thank you for the thumbs up. And I'm a grandma, and I don't allow inappropriate stuff on this channel. So you can go find someone else that would like your inappropriate discussion. But anyway, I am gonna get going. It is a beautiful sky this morning. That's kind of what I came on here to show. New Hampshire is a beautiful place. I just saw on another platform, this person was saying, did you know that in New Hampshire you basically live in a storybook? And I'm like, yeah, that's why I started this channel with the scenery, because I wanted to share. Well, originally it was for the leaves and the foliage, and then I just kept, every day I saw more and more beauty, so I just kept it up. So I'm looking at a beautiful sky this morning, and the temperature is at 22 degrees. We're on our way to school, and I hope you have a great day. I hope that things are going well for you and that you are enjoying the season. If nothing else, you can enjoy other people's decorations. You can enjoy, you know, go find a program, you know, just show up at a church program or a school program and enjoy all of the hard work that people are putting in for the festivities for this year. We went to a play a couple weeks ago, and it was Frozen. It was really well done, where my granddaughter was doing a part, and it was just amazing. And I thought, you know, so many schools and churches are putting in so much work right now. You can just kind of look around and find a place to go, you know, even if you've never been there before. These places put in the work. They want people to come out and see, you know, their program and share their message, whatever it might be. The message of good cheer, you know. of this time of year. So even if you don't have family, you could show up and enjoy what other people have done to work hard this year. I know this morning at our school they're having a program for, I think, the younger kids, like kindergarten through 3rd grade or something like that. So the parents are going to come and see their kids in a Christmas program. And they're just doing it on the school day, which I think is kind of interesting, because sometimes parents with young families, they get overdone with activities, and I'm kind of, the sun is glaring. This part of the road is, they almost need a visor or something. It's always the same. This part of the road, the sun glares right in your eyes.